Okay, so this is one of my favorite exercises, the current purpose. And this is kind of really what the whole course is about here, right? By finding our purpose, we can find peace, we can find focus, we can find meaning for our life. And so this is like current purpose, our current mission in life. A mission, it says, is a strongly felt aim, ambition, or calling. So if we can find what it is that we're up to in life, our purpose in this current season, whether it's like a 6-month, 1 year, 5-year, 10-year style, season of life, right? If we can find this purpose, then it gives us meaning. It gives us a reason to wake up in the morning and gives us something to go after, right? To give our life purpose. So this exercise I absolutely love. I've done it many, many times, literally hundreds of times. In one of my lost moments of life, I did this hundreds of times, and it's what really gave me the next breakthrough, the next chapter of my life. And what I did was I would journal, I'd inventory exactly what it says here, my interests, my passions. I'd make a list, right? What do I care about? What do I like doing? What am I interested in? What could I be passionate about? And I'd make that list. I'd make an inventory of all those things. And then on another list would be my gifts and my strengths, right? What are the gifts I've been given for me to give? What are my strengths? What am I good at, right? And I'd journal that, make an inventory of that list. And I'd do this exercise over and over again. What do I like? What do I care about? And what am I good at? What are my strengths? Over and over and over. And the idea is that at a crossroads of these two lists, right, at some point, something will manifest between things I like, stuff I'm interested in, and something I'm good at, something I have a strength, a gift to give. And if I can find a crossroads between these two things, that can give me a point to focus on. That can give me my purpose and my mission. All right, so what we're going to do is journal these two columns, and then at the bottom there's a little slot for, what could your mission be? Out of these two lists, can you find some kind of mission out of it? All right, so I'll give you the example here. So currently, my interests, I have interests in health, meditation, exercise, dance, yoga, business, branding. I love reading books on spirituality. I love the ocean. I love art. I love creating my visions. I love skateboarding and skimboarding, some sports, right? Skydiving is on the list. Investing. I love to think about how to make my money grow. Music and hip hop is an interest of mine. Style, psychology. I love watching YouTubes on psychology, right? So just a list of things I'm interested in. What do I care about? These are the things I like doing. I want to spend my time doing. Then on a separate list, what am I good at? So I feel like I'm good at pulling triggers, making things happen, putting pieces together, having vision and carrying out my vision, pursuing my vision, knocking on doors, taking risks, leading and teaching. I think I'm good at breaking things down into small steps. Networking, manifesting. Anyway, the list goes on. And these are just personal to me, right? The things that I feel like I'm good at. And every list is going to be different, right? Maybe your gifts are in mathematics or in accounting or in sports or in massage, right? Whatever your gifts are, whatever your strengths are, being a good person, having a good heart, communication skills. It doesn't really matter what it is, just throw it all down there. And then you can look at these two lists and see if there's any crossover. See if there's something that can be put together. Maybe maybe the ocean and some kind of, business idea with the ocean, right? And I could maybe start a scuba company, right? Who knows? For me, in my example here, is to build a meditation brand and a life design agency. So for me personally, I'm super passionate about meditation and designing life, basically seeking peace, right? Seeking happiness in life, and how to make a life, a fulfilled life, and a happy and a full and a complete life, right? Through also meditation and finding that peace and finding God, right? So I'm super passionate about that. And I feel like I have skill sets and interest in business and in branding, right? So the idea is to build a meditation brand, right? I put my interest in meditation and my skill set in like having vision and pursuing things and creating business, and I put those together, right? I want to make God cool. I want to provide tools for people to connect with themselves and their higher power. I also have strengths in being a teacher, so I feel like breaking concepts down into easy, understandable things and ways and easy to follow along is one of my strengths. So I can take my interest of meditation and yoga or spiritual concepts and take my gift of teaching and put those together. And so then I've created a mission for myself. And by finding this mission, it gives me something to wake up, to pursue, to dedicate my life to, and kind of keep myself busy, right? If I'm busy pursuing something, then my mind is occupied and I'm having fun. Obviously, this is a big life subject, right? What do we do with our time? And so this is what exactly the exercise is for, is figuring out what we're doing with ourselves, what we're doing with our life. Okay. So the next video, the next worksheet is going to help us even more drive this home. We'll see you there.